Good evening, everyone. Parents, friends, family, and special guests. My name is Ken Costa, principal of Lowell Whitman High School, and I welcome you to our annual Michael Curtin Citizenship Award. It gives me great pleasure to recognize our distinguished guests in our audience this evening. We have Mr. Nicholas Ciapetta, President of our school board. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Delia. Our Deputy Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joe Senamore. And our Assistant Superintendent to Curriculum Instruction, Dr. John Murphy. All right, so now is the moment where we all came here this evening to gather to celebrate the recipients of this year's Michael Curtin Citizenship Award. So I'm going to ask everyone, if you wouldn't mind, please to rise, face the rear of the auditorium with BAC, and welcome this year's award recipients.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air.
You all just got comfortably seats. I'm going to ask you if you might please to rise. And I'd like to introduce ALLISON, who will be singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All I can say is wow. Can we just get one more round of applause for Addie, please? thank you. I don't know how many times I've heard you sing that song, and every single time I still get the same chills. Amazing. It's really amazing. So, we are here tonight to discuss Michael Curtin and what this award means and how important this award truly is. Now, I'm going to go into a few different things, tell a couple stories, but I promise you it won't be too long. Every student sitting here before you tonight represents the best qualities that Michael Curtin had. I'm going to go into a couple stories talking about Michael Curtin and what this award means and what those qualities and traits are and how each and every one of you are representative of what Michael Curtin stood for. So I'll give you a little background on Michael Curtin. In 1975, Michael Curtin decided to serve his country and joined the United States Marine Corps, where he honorably served in multiple deployments around the world in the Fleet Marine Force and USMC Reserve until 2001. On January 26, 1988, he joined the ranks of the NYPD, later becoming an E-man with the New York Police Department Emergency Service Unit Truck 2, where he tirelessly served until September 11, 2001. On February 26, 1993, the first attack on the World Trade Center took place in the form of a truck bomb in the garage of the North Tower. Michael Curtin was there. On April 19, 1995, at the Alfred P. Murray Federal Building in Oklahoma City, a domestic terrorist truck bomb exploded, leveling the majority of the building and killing several Marines. Michael Curtin was there. Michael Curtin didn't leave the pile in Oklahoma City until every Marine was found and brought home to rest. On September 11, 2001, Michael Curtin again answered the call for the final time. Having served under Sergeant Major Michael Curtin in the Marine Corps, there are key words that are used to describe him. First and foremost, he led by example. He lived his life with integrity. He treated everyone he met with respect and listened intently to what they had to say. Michael Curtin was the kind of person, regardless of who you are, what station you had in life, always showed you the respect. It made you feel like the most important person in the world at that moment. I'll share a story when I first started working here in the early 90s as a substitute teacher. I remember I was in the Marine Corps Reserve at the time, came down Palmanac driveway in the back. And for those of you who drove down Palmanac during the school day, you know the security guard in the vehicle out there at the bottom of the driveway. Well, I'm driving my car, excited to be here, start my educational career as a teacher. And who I see in the car, the security car, is Michael Curtin. And I remember seeing him, and I looked at him, I said, this can't be true. This can't be my Sergeant Major, the Marine of Marines. And I pull up, and the first thing he says to me, and at the time it was Lance Corporal, he says, Lance Corporal Costa, what are you doing here? I said, "Hey, Sergeant Major, what are you doing here?" Then we had a little brief exchange. So for the next 10 to 15 minutes, we had a conversation about why I got into education, why I didn't go into the police department, or why I didn't become a fireman, what made education so important to me. And he listened intently. Now here he is, if you don't understand the rank structure, I'm about here in the Marine Corps. He was up here as the highest ranking non-commissioned officer you could be in the Marines without being a Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. But yet, he was interested in what I had to say. And at that moment, he made me feel like I was important. And he did that every single day of his life. With every single person he met. Every time we had a drill, he was there. Every Marine in our unit would follow him no matter what, unconditionally. He was a natural-born leader. He served with integrity, honesty, and he cared. He cared so deeply that in Oklahoma City, he spent hours and days on a pile of rubble to find the Marines that were fallen. That's the kind of person he was. And I just learned this evening that a fellow Marine, Semper Fi brother, who I served with in the Marine Corps, who was proud of receiving the award this evening as well, who could attest to Michael Curtin and what he was like as a Marine. You're going to hear from members of his own truck what kind of person he was to them and what kind of role model he was. And he still is. Even in his death, he is bringing us together. And we're celebrating his life and those core values that make this award so important. And to each and every one of you sitting here this evening, you know, you embody those core values. It's not about the academics or the awards or anything else that we could talk about in academia. This is about you as a person. What makes you so special? It's everything else. It's all those good qualities, all those amazing traits that make you who you are. Honesty, integrity, willing to serve others unconditionally, doing things not because somebody's watching, but you know it's the right thing to do. You're all being recognized this evening by your teachers, by your staff, by administration, for who you are and what you believe in. And I thank all of you for doing that on a regular basis. And I thank all the parents, your guardians, who instill those core values in you. And nothing gives me more pleasure to recognize this group of individuals this evening as recipients of the Michael Curtin Award, because you are the embodiment of what this man stood for his entire life. So Charlie, if you play the next slide, let's hear about Michael Curtin, from the men he worked with on Truck 2.
To me, he was a role model and a mentor to talk to all the time. Best time, if I needed advice, he was always there for me. He loved everybody in his family. He talked about them all the time. And he always had time. I'm not even in the squad. He was a friend of mine then, and he was a mentor and somebody that I go to and ask for situations. And a lot of my principles that I derived in were from him. Listening to him talk meant a big thing to me. Very devastated that he's gone. All the boys, and they were all a part of our lives here. We've been here quite some time, seeing those guys all the time. He was a great man. As much as he took care of me, he took care of everybody he could. If there was a person on the street who needed help, he was there for that person too. He just didn't have to be an E-man. He'd help out anybody.
You know already, your father is a Marine through and out, and also a good E-man. And one E-man to you guys and Helga. Mike cared about us and cared about you. It's a pleasure knowing him. We were one family, and like everything else, his eyes used to light up when we were rope training downstairs, or he was cooking something, especially split pea soup. He always shared that with us. Like I say, he's a good man, a good econ, and God bless him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Curtin. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Muller and Mr. Ramos to come to the stage. So at the moment we've been waiting for to recognize our distinguished students for the Michael Curtin Citizenship Award. Dr. Muller, Mr. Ramos.
You can applaud for Dr. Muller too. Okay, students, as we call your name, you're going to come up on stage, shake these gentlemen's hands. You're going to come down that side and take a picture in front of the flags. While you do that, we're going to have a slide up here with a quote from a teacher or teachers who nominated you for this award, okay? We can get you copies of these slides later, so if you miss any of it, don't worry, but your parents and guardians will get to enjoy it. All right, we're also going to post this slideshow on the Whitman website. So without further ado, we will get to the 2023 Michael Curtin Award recipients. Julie Allen. Julianna Andrade. Julianna was nominated by Mrs. Shepard. Julianna is a resilient, hardworking young lady. She has a passion for learning and excels in the area of humanities. Julianna maintains a competitive average while taking rigorous courses. Her respectful, kind nature sets her apart from others. She will be attending NYU in the fall. Andrew Apaza Chacon. Angel Araujo. Arman Bakshi. Nominated by Mr. LAZO, Arman was a tremendous member of the football program throughout his high school career and showed great heart and toughness every time he was on the field. He was willing to do whatever the team needed and took on all opponents, no matter the size differential he was facing. Arman battled through some difficult circumstances to make many huge plays this season, none bigger than big defensive coverage and an exciting homecoming win. Congratulations. Addie Balagoon. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. Coming out of COVID, it's been so hard to get students to participate in class by speaking up and voicing their opinions. Not Addie. She has just added so much to my third period economics class. It has been a pleasure getting to know Addie, and I wish her all the happiness in the world. Anthony Bancheri. Nominated by Ms. Beckman and by Mr. Schmidt. Mr. Schmidt says Anthony was a good student in my class. Often he kept the pace of class moving with his participation. He encouraged his classmates to stay involved in the lessons with his efforts. He is responsible and a nice young man. Timothy Boss. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. Timmy's entire 8th-period economics class was just a nice class, and the best way to describe Timmy is he is a nice guy. That's not to overshadow how hard he would work. You knew Timmy wanted to be successful because of his hard work, but I will miss Timmy most because he is a nice guy. Ryan Wooten. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. The thing I remember most about Ryan is that smile. Show them your smile. You knew with that smile, Ryan just loved being here. That positive attitude made it such a pleasure to teach him. I know with that positive attitude, Ryan can achieve all the success in the world. Best of luck, Ryan. Denise Carrillo. Nominated by apparently the only teacher in the school, Mr. Barrowland. What a great first semester of the year it was because of students like Denise. Her effort and attitude just made it a pleasure to come to school. However, what I remember the most is the hellos after she completed economics. No matter what, those hellos when I was in the hallway always brightened my day. Thank you, Denise, and good luck. Simal Chowdhury. Nominated by Mr. Bearline and Mr. Damiani. Mr. Bearline says, when I think of the way a student should be, to me, it's Simal. Simal not only showed great effort in class, she was just a pleasure to be around. You knew when Simal just got something because of the smile, and that smile could just brighten the room. Keep doing what you're doing, Simal, and I wish you the best of luck. Hasham Chowdhury. Nominated by Mr. Bearline, Ms. Moss, Ms. Diane Langbar-Zamo, and Mr. John Marlamos. I'll read Mr. Marlamos's. There's only one student's picture hanging on my office door. Enough said. Tatiana Cifuentes. Daniel Cicle Palestino. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. Thank you, Dan, for being you. Students like you are the reason why people want to become teachers. Keep up the hard work and keep smiling. Did someone turn the lights off? Am I getting old? What's going on here? Okay. KAITLYN Clark. Nominated by Mr. Bearline, Ms. Honovich, Ms. Hirsch-Beckman, and Ms. Ebert. Ms. Honovich says Kaitlyn Clark has demonstrated outstanding school citizenship through her work with natural helpers and ambassadors. She serves as the most positive role model for her peers, and her compassion, kindness, and diligence help her do so. Luke Condon, nominated by Mr. Bearline. From the start of class, I knew Luke was all about getting the job done. He would come to class prepared to do what he had to do, and to me, this is what will make him successful as he moves on. I wish you all the luck in the world, Luke. Achilles Correa Araya. by Mr. Schmidt. Achilles is a nice young man who is well liked by his classmates. He is respectful and good-natured. He was a good participant and encouraged his classmates to follow his lead. I'll be right with you. Lucina Cortez Lopez. Haley CROCCO. Nominated by Ms. Shepard, Haley is a runner in the counseling center. She is always on time and extremely reliable. I know she will be there every day and can plan to send the passes during her time there. Haley is very friendly and eager to help with any task. She brightens the office when she is there, and many of the counselors have commented on what a great asset Haley is to our team of runners. Haley will also brighten the hallways, which is where I usually see you. Nicholas Costa. Joseph Decker. Brittany DeLeo Romero. Nominated by Ms. Hirsch Beckman, Brittany is a very tough student and has really persevered through many things throughout her life. She is always there to help her fellow students and give staff a helping hand when needed. She is going to do great things in her life, and I look forward to seeing her play soccer at St. Thomas Aquinas. Olivia DRANGE. Nominated by Ms. Hirsch Beckman. Olivia has shown a tremendous amount of growth since she has joined us at Whitman. She has worked very hard and excelled academically her senior year. Olivia is always the first person to say hi to me in the halls and shows kindness to those around her. She is now a leader on the flag football team and is going to be an awesome police officer one day. Brianna Blackman. Nominated by Mr. LAZO and Mr. Schmidt. Mr. Schmidt says Brianna was a good student in my class. She was respectful and always did her best. She got along well with her classmates and was a good role model. Mr. Malazzo adds that she was a big part of the team that won the first ever Suffolk County Championship and even more success this season. Chloe Francis. Nominated by Mr. Bearline and Mr. Schmidt. Mr. Bearline says what a well-rounded student Chloe is. She did it all and she did it well. Chloe just made my job as a teacher so easy. Congratulations and best of luck in the future. Trevor Galgano. Nominated by Mr. Conroy and Mr. Schmidt. Mr. Conroy says Trevor was a very dedicated athlete on my cross country and track teams. Always polite and friendly, Trevor always did what was asked of him. Magali Garai. Magali was nominated by Ms. Shepard, Ms. Papiano, and Ms. Susan Turner. Ms. Turner says, Magali entered the dance studio quietly and with little dance experience, but her hard work, natural grace, musicality, and perseverance enabled her to become a gorgeous dancer. Her stage presence, vibrant personality, and sense of humor are magnetic. I am especially proud of her development as an artist and performer. I love working with her and, of course, watching her dance. Magali is fabulous. Adrian Garcia Arambala. Johanna Gonzalez Saravia. Vicky Granados Ortiz. Mason Greco. Nominated by Ms. Shepard. When Mason enters the room, everyone smiles. He lights up a room with his optimistic personality and welcoming vibe. He is articulate and kind, which has accorded him the respect of our faculty. As a man of many talents, Mason's artistic and creative nature is an asset to our musical and theater groups. He is a valued member of the Wildcat community. HARLEY GUARISCO. HARLEY, nominated by Ms. Gradle and Ms. Turner. Ms. Turner says HARLEY is an amazing, sweet, and talented young woman whose smile and positive energy light up the dance studio. She is always willing to experiment with my crazy ideas and help less experienced dancers to achieve. As dance captain for the musical, she led rehearsals with determination and kindness and inspired the cast members to excel. Harley is fabulous. GUDAITIS. Nominated by Ms. Shepherd, Allie has a perfect balance of traits. She is both kind yet assertive. Allie is both fun-loving and serious. One thing that is consistent is Allie's heart. She engages in activities that are beneficial to others and is open to new experiences. When faced with a challenge, Allie will discuss it and then face it head-on. She is thoughtful, respectful, and mature. SIENNA GUERRERO. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt, SIENNA is a respectful and responsible student. She was a good participant and role model for her classmates. HUSNA. Nominated by Mrs. Moss. HUSNA is the ideal student for this recognition. She is a compassionate member of our school community and uses her voice to foster change. HUSNA is not afraid to defend what she believes is right and is an advocate for all students. Her work with the Muslim Student Association is outstanding, and I sincerely hope HUSNA realizes the impact she has had on all of us. Thank you for your dedication to our school community. Brian Jimenez Avila. Hunter Bell. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt. Hunter is a good young man. He has a positive attitude and wears a big smile regularly. He was a hard worker and participated often. He is well liked by his teachers and students because of his good nature. REGINA. Nominated by Ms. Shepherd. Connor is a good-hearted young man. He never backs down from the challenge and always maintains a respectful demeanor when addressing adults. He is always willing to lend a helping hand to others and is a role model for younger students. He has taken his passion into the community to help younger players develop their skills. Connor created a youth clinic to help youngsters learn baseball techniques, build confidence, and of course, play the game. He is giving back to the programs that help them learn the ropes in baseball, a true representative of Connor's personality. Jonathan LAZO. Nominated by Mr. Barrelin. Jonathan just came to class and took care of business. He worked so hard and did what he had to do. I will miss all of the hard work. Jonathan, best of luck. Alexandra Molina Perez. Nominated by Mr. Barrelin and Ms. Lacko. Ms. Lacko says Alexandra is a diligent young woman who is a pleasure to have in class. She values learning and her education incredibly, second only to her family. This year has challenged Alexandra in complicated ways, requiring that she split herself in half some days as she strives to maintain her commitment to school and her love for her family. But Alexandra refuses special treatment and success in her classes despite also attending to everything she loves at home. Alexandra truly embodies the dedication of Michael Curtin. She never lets down those who count on her. I am proud to be her teacher. Moreno. Anastasia NOVINSKI. Nominated by Ms. Moss. Anastasia is gentle and has a positive attitude. She's absolutely perfect for her dream career as a veterinarian. She's responsible and considerate of others' feelings. Anastasia always strives to help the underdog, and truly lives her life giving back to her community. Her authentic sense of compassion and humanitarianism is to be celebrated. Anastasia is passionate about making the world a better place for all. It sounds cliche, but I know she is making a difference in our community. JULIANNA. Nominated by Mr. Bearline and Ms. Barron. Ms. Barron says Julianna is an all-around good kid. In the classroom, she always did what was expected of her and then some. She was the first volunteer to help me out, or a classmate. She is an athlete and an involved member of the school community as well as the Huntington community through her service as a junior member of the fire department. Christopher Pizzini. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. What a pleasure it has been to know you your senior year, Chris. You were such a big part of one of the best classes I have ever been part of. I wish you all the best, and go Islanders. Mary Pahalski. Brian Portillo Malgar. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt, Brian was a superstar in my class. His hard work and devotion to doing well was impressive. He was very responsible with completing all work and was an excellent participant. He is mature, respectful, and kind. Kimberly Quintanilla. Carlos Ramos. Isabel Rich. James Ritchie, come on down. Nominated by Ms. Shepherd, James has always worked diligently in his courses at Whitman, and he is a valuable member of our community as well. I have always appreciated that James contacts me when he has questions and seeks to understand his course selections and graduation requirements. He is independent and self-aware. Additionally, James volunteers for the Junior Fire Department program to make a difference in our community. Ryan Sasswell. Nominated by Mr. Verla and Mr. Farrell. Mr. Farrell says, as the varsity baseball coach, I have had the utmost pleasure in coaching Ryan Sasswell for the last 3 years. His leadership in both his junior and senior seasons are what every athletic coach wishes for. He is an inspirational leader and teammate. He is respected and well-liked by each and every member of the team and his coaches. He has passed on a legacy of hard work, leadership, and respect to all of the underclassmen that I believe will last a very long time. Lucas Schwander. Nominated by Mr. Verla. I would simply call Lucas the winner. I called him the winner because he won our stock market challenge in one of our economics classes. However, Lucas is deserving of this award for so many reasons. His attitude, effort, achievement, and personality make him such a pleasure to be around. Congratulations on a great year, Lucas. Sean Schwantner. Nate Sabino. Jacob Somer. Nominated by Mr. Bearline, Mr. Conroy, and Mr. Milazzo. Mr. Milazzo says Jacob has been a great leader for the football program during his high school career and an excellent person and friend to so many here at Whitman. I am so proud of how much he has matured throughout his years and the toughness and heart he showed every second he was on the football field. He battled against players twice his size every snap and was huge to this most successful career stretch in recent Whitman football history. Monica Sorber. Nominated by Mr. Bearline. I am lucky enough to teach all seniors, but the one thing I don't like about it is I don't get to know any of the freshmen to juniors until they take economics. Monica was the exception to that because she took so many of Mr. Callahan's business classes. I got to know Monica well before she took economics with me. It has been a pleasure knowing you while you were in high school, and I wish you all of the success in the world. Good luck, Monica. Frederick Stevenson. Nominated by Mr. Maryland. It is just so easy to like Freddie. He has such a great attitude. When he walks into a room, it just gets better. I wish you all of the best, Fred, and congratulations on a great year. We managed to call you Frederick, Freddie, and Fred all in the same paragraph. Liam Towers. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt, Liam was a mature young man in my class. He was responsible in his work and a good leader in class. He would help out other students by sharing tricks and techniques he learned from my class. He was one of my best participants and worked well with his classmates. KAITLYN Virgo. Nominated by Ms. Papagliano. You only need to look at KAITLYN's stellar average to see why she qualifies for this award. Her average, which rounds to a 95, is evidence of her commitment to academics. But KAITLYN is so much more than just a number. KAITLYN is the type of involved student every teacher wants to have in class. Because KAITLYN truly enjoys learning, I could always count on her to participate and offer a perspective in class because she understands that engagement is a key component to learning. KAITLYN was motivated to do better It was an absolute pleasure to watch KAITLYN progress as an academic and intellectual throughout the year, and I confidently nominate her for the Michael Curtin Scholarship. By the way, there's no money here, but Ms. Papiano would know that if she taught economics. It's not a scholarship, it's an award. Kimani Virgil. Nominated by Mr. Schmidt, Kimani is a mature young lady and was well-behaved and a good leader in class. She worked hard and participated often. Congratulations, Kimani. Nimra Yusa. In the end, seniors, each of you is being acknowledged tonight for being part of an academically driven group of students who also strive to be good citizens of our school and our local communities. As I told the principals list candidates the other night, don't ever be afraid to strive for the top in everything you do from this point on. You're not always going to succeed, but you'll continue to learn and develop and grow and eventually prosper in another way as a result of your attempts to reach the top. If you always strive for the best and work hard at whatever you do, whatever you end up doing, you'll never fail the most important person you have to answer to, and that is yourself. I wish you the best of everything life has to offer. Michael S. Curtin Award recipients 2023, we applaud you, we are proud of you, we love you, have a good night. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to take pictures with your students in front of the plaque, which will go up in the South Cafeteria probably tomorrow. Congratulations, have a wonderful evening.